No, you don't want for me. That's cute.
We're going to a Burns night supper. I look like a nerd. I have glasses and it's
We're both nerds.
eh.
I need to open up actually. I have to get to work.
He's giving a presentation.
Yes, I am.
What is the presentation on?
It's during the era of when Robert Burns was alive, and it's focused on nothing really about Robert Burns, but it's about the Disarming Act that came about in Scotland. Its technical term is the Prescription Act, but it's the Disarming Act is what it's.
So I'm gonna film it.
She's gonna film
yes.
it, and
And
in this
probably-
way it'll be preserved forever on the interwebs, and people can like correct me and poke fun at me. Oh, you messed up there, which I probably will.
So I wanted to wear something sort of Scottish, and to my best figuring, it would just be a tie that I borrowed from Sir Daniel, and it's actually his tartan. My tie matches his kilt thing.
Right, it's McFarlane hunting. That's all.
He's
My cheat notes. You're getting shots of me eating.
yes, wonderful. I'll show you your shoes instead.
My ghillie brogues.
Yeah, what he said. And the mayor just came in and I introduced myself as the Retromantic. It was funny.
Mountain shots here in Maggie Valley.
Kind of neat snow on top of the mountain back there.
I don't know if that's picking up. I can't.
Yeah, I can't really see,
Yeah, we can't tell. Well, she can't tell because of the light glare.
but there's some snow on top of the
Yeah.
mountains.
Of course, the cars driving by are like, what the hell is that guy wearing?
Is there a Ren Fair in town? We made a quick stop to Sippers in the Valley. Amber, of course, is here, the Berserk Barista. She just gave us the rundown on all the delicious donuts here, so we're gonna get one, as well as some hot chocolate. This one has bacon! Check that out!
Right? It's hard to mess up maple and bacon together, man. I mean,
Ah.
This is like I had when my dad died.
Explain the black tie strawberry.
it is Ghirardelli dark chocolate, hot chocolate poured into a cup of Da Vinci strawberry.
That's what I want.
So, I got you, my dear.
This will be my caffeine, will be the chocolate.
Yeah, keep you alert for your presentation.
Same rules apply to the hot chocolate. If you don't like it, give it back. We'll start over. Not a problem. Okay.
You know what I like
I don't
though?
foresee that happening.
That people saw how I was dressed and they asked me why. Instead of the stares.
Oh yeah.
Follow that guy. He's going to the party. I don't know what the party is, but that guy's going out.
I have not had anything here yet.
That's right. You're always here when I'm like mad.
Yes,
Yeah,
I just
see that.
filmed last time and I never got in the line.
Oh man, that line
she-
was nuts.
She wouldn't have gotten any video if she got it live.
True.
So today, Had to. Well, I always see all your posts on Facebook, and I'm like, that it looks so delicious.
All right, loves.
Okay.
Boom.
Wow.
Gotta taste it before you pay for it. Every cup, every time.
That's good. It's like candy.
Yes.
Delicious.
All right.
Really good.
Wonderful.
Seal of approval.
This is your hot chocolate insurance protection plan. Boom, out of a 20.
Thank you for letting us make an impromptu video.
Dude, anytime. I'm always down. You guys do amazing video work. I really like it.
Thank you. We love Maggie Valley.
Yeah. It's like our second home now.
It's friends. Yeah. So these are definitely going to be better than haggis, which they'll be serving later. Yes, were you the DJ? DJ, yes. I remember you. You made it into my video. So Daniel, he threw his donut on the floor.
Inadvertently. Was it my knee or something that did it?
It was your fork sticking out. It like stuck on your kilt.
Yeah, something caught it. It was like
The
really
kilt.
weird.
The Amber was sweet enough to give you another one.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way.
Absolutely, man. These things happen.
We're glad we stopped here.
It just never occurred to me that you hadn't had anything from in here before.
No, I was so busy on New Year's. I didn't have anything.
Man, I got off work. I had hot chocolate in my hair, hot chocolate in my clothes, hot chocolate. I had hot chocolate everywhere.
I believe it.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
Amazing. Nuts.
We've decided to show Braveheart. Now he's in full, right?
Almost.
What else?
Well, you know, I think I'm going to put on the other stuff, which is the weapons. Well, I might put something on. I don't know. We'll see. I got... As they would say in the Isles or over the UK, I got a trolley full of stuff.
Yeah.
We call it a wagon or a buggy here.
Okay.
But...
Got a trolley full of stuff for display, etc.
Right.
So, you're set up?
Mostly.
And there's a display when the people come in. Oh, and I'm wearing a tam?
A bonnet.
A bonnet.
Broad bonnet.
Here. Do I look Scottish?
You look cute.
About Scottish.
I don't know if you... Women look better than the men, so...
a great one on there. I've got one on there. What's it called? The Romance of Robert Burns, it's called. So it's 50 minutes. It's a short, but it's a complete fantasy, really. Other than some of the music.
This is a good time to film me. I got miscombobulated.
How about I film the food instead?
I'll get it right one of these times. All right, there we go.
This is what we hope will be the first of other nights here because we're in Scots-Irish country, right?
Right.
So I think there's some other people going to be arriving, but we're going to get started because we want to hear the first part of our evening's activities, which is a presentation. My name is Mike, by the way, Michael Goltree. And the first part of our of the night is a presentation from the Tartan's Museum in Franklin, North Carolina, which itself is a historic place because it's the only dedicated Tartan's Museum in the world. Alright, so maybe you'll go somewhere else and you'll go in, there'll be a little section on tartans. This place is dedicated to tartans. So they've got different things out there that you can go and buy and see. But the chap that's coming up next is the curator of the museum. And he's a very well informed person about the history of tartan. And I asked him to come here tonight and talk about the time period during Burns' life, which had a specific significance in the history of tartan, and Daniel's going to explain what that is. So I'd just like to welcome Daniel Williamson from the Tartan's Museum.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yay!
Thank you. Mike alluded to the time period in which Robert Burns lived and why it's kind of significant for tartan. And technically speaking, that's because there was something that came about that was called the Dress and Arms Act, or the more technical term, the Prescription Act, which is where the tartan was technically outlawed, and the carrying of weapons. So, which is why I wore everything today. It's like I'm dressed for battle. And basically, if you were to go and take a time machine to the Battle of Culloden, this was pretty much your average Highlander, you know, who had money to have the guns and the knives and everything. This is kind of what he probably would have looked like. So, and that's basically the other thing, is you can't talk about the Dress Act without starting off with the Jacobite stuff a little bit, because most people, they say, well, why was it banned? It doesn't make any, I don't understand that. Why would they do that? Well, the tartan and the carrying of weapons was strongly linked to things that the government referred to as the rebellious lot of the people in the Highlands of Scotland, which was a political party known as the Jacobites. Okay, people here didn't want them using that as a symbol to rally themselves together, which is kind of how the people saw the Highlanders in Scotland at that time in Europe, as they were kind of identified as the tartan-clad individual. So by taking away something that's so easily associated with their identity, it was really easy to say, ha-ha, now you're not the people that you are.
That was 3 years after Bond. Oh, 1762.
So, and of course the Black Watch is the most popular of all the regiments. It's technically the first regiment. Really, it's the Royal Regiment is the real name of it. That's what they call themselves now. And all the other regiments have been absorbed into the Royal Regiment. But like the oldest one out of Scotland, 4th century. And it became a popular pattern during the time of Robbie Burns. Check patterns are very common in jackets and things, and waistcoats and stuff, and various versions. The white and black one is the most popular, to be done in variations of that. And so that was the most popular one at that time. And as I said before, in 1782 the ban was lifted. I also like to remark that that's very close to the time that the American Revolution is just about coming to an end. So it's 1783 that the victory for America comes. So that's what I have to say.
Thanks, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we're going to get started now and do some eating. Is anybody hungry?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get some eating then.
Fair for your honest sonsy face, great chieftain of the puddin' race. Abin them all you take your place, page, trout or fern. Wheel are you worthy of grace, as lang as my arm. The groaning trencher there you fill, your hurdies like a distant hill. The pin would meant to mend the mill in time of need, and through your pores the dews distill. Oh, like amber bead. See rustic labour dicht, and cut you up, ready slicked. Trenching your groaning angels brick like ony ditch. And man, oh man, what a glorious sight. Warm, reeking, rich. And horn for horn in they dive, deal to heimless on they strive, till all their wheels slope, kites belie their bent like drums. An old good man who likes to ride, by the tank it hums. Is there who our his French ragout, or olio that would sick a sou, or fricassee that would make you spew his perfect scunner, would look down with searing scorn for view on sick a dinner? See him, Irish trash, as feckless as a weathered rash, his spindle shanks a good whiplash, his knee and knit, through flood and field and blood to dash, how unfit. But see the rustic haggis fed, that trembling earth resounds his tread, slapping his welly deave a blade, and he'll make it whistle, and arms and legs and heaves he'll sned like taps a thistle. O ye who would mankind take care, and dish her up his bill of fare, old Scotland wants nae skinking ware with jouts and luggies. But if you wish a grateful prayer, gie her a haggis.
Yeah, there you go. Now, so now we're going to have our own haggis, right? So bring it out. And get a whiskey. So anybody that wants a whiskey to take part in this little ritual of introducing the haggis, I have a whiskey of my own that I can give you. Now, this is a peaty single malt from the Isle of Isla. Anybody who wants some, and I've got one that's not peaty, but you wants the peaty.
I know, I want to try it too.
You want to try it too?
I do.
So,
Do you have the whiskey glasses?
yeah, they're over there.
All right,
Right there.
there you go.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Oh,
Yeah.
too bad.
Like,
No, you want ice? This again is Robert Burns, and he says, just before every Burns meal, he says, some hae meat and cannot eat, and some would eat that want it, but we hae meat, and we can eat, and say the Lord be thanked. Alright, so we'll bring in the haggis now, and we'll get tucked in. Yeah. So,
Our first U.S. haggis.
everybody do what he did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike.
What's up?
That's smooth. Sorry.
Somebody not get some.
everybody's gonna see.
Sorry.
That's okay. Sorry.
And then he pulled it open.
Oh, wow.
Everything's clean, folks, don't worry.
Can smell.
There you go. We split her out in the rain trails, so we're going to salute her. Okay?
Right.
You got it? Everybody got a drink? Slange. Slange bar.
Cilantro. Yes.
How is it?
It's good.
Alright, so
That's good.
we've done the ritual. Now you're welcome to come up and get help in the haggis, right?
All right.
So we've got anybody who wants haggis, come up and get it, and then we'll get the cockaliki soup and all the other stuff.
I usually make cockaliki soup every year,
Okay.
but I don't do the haggis myself.
Ladies first.
Alright, so here we are.
Yes, exactly.
There you go. You can tell me how much you want. Is that enough?
That'll be plenty, thank you very much.
Alright.
You can get crackers if you like.
There's crackers here, yeah, you can take a cracker.
Oh, there's no plates up there. You don't have to
Oh,
bring
no, that's
More?
Nice.
So just so you know, this is not your, this, who's next?
I guess I am.
Okay, so
Yeah, and you
this
really
is
get
haggis,
raised in your 30s.
and I'm going to give it a try.
So, yeah, I'll-
Daniel, tell the viewers what haggis
If I could
is.
get them out.
Haggis is basically all the leftover parts from the sheep. So it's like minced lung, hearts, liver, other meat. This particular haggis is primarily comprised of lamb, beef, and some liver. It doesn't have the hearts and lungs in it.
No lungs.
No. The other thing is oats and stuff end up in the mix too. So it can be very tasty, especially this variety of it, because it's really more of almost of an American style. It's a little bit more palatable by most Americans.
Now this is a 4-course meal. folks.
We will see,
Yeah,
but
get a decent amount on it. It's kind of hard, but I know it's scary.
This is my first time having it.
Well, there's more here if
got-
everybody wants it.
an interesting consistency to it.
And if I recall, some of them, sometimes it has almost a peppermint hint to it.
Not getting that.
Okay, I've had that before. It could have been the person who made it.
No, Brian. I say it's delicious, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Right, it
It's
isn't.
okay. It's a
And,
little strange.
right, it's not what we're used to, but it's something that that like the poor people would eat, which
I would have 3 bites of it.
yeah, so that's pretty good.
I mean, I still think seafood is worse. I don't like seafood.
You want me to finish the rest?
I would like you to eat it.
Okay, yeah, let's swap the camera around. Actually, this was pretty good to me. This is probably about the 6th or 7th time I've had haggis. I've had it made almost to the style it is made in Scotland. It was a little strong for me to eat. This I can actually eat.
The Retromantic was adventurous as per usual and gave it a try. What do you think of the haggis?
It's the best
Are you
haggis.
enjoying it?
It's the best haggis I've ever had. It's the only haggis I've ever had.
Is it? Me
but
too.
It's fantastic.
Yes, I tried it for the first time tonight.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Did you all enjoy it?
I was a little worried about it, but
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Well, good. So, anyone watching this video, have you tried haggis? And do you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments.
It's really not bad.
Okay, well, in one of my recent videos, I said, Dad, I tried boiled peanuts. Well, I'm going to say it again. Dad, I tried haggis. Because he was looking it up the other day and
Right.
just being like,
Right.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,